Hi there traders and welcome. Now this was going to be a quick video on the 5-minute trading day, but unfortunately it didn't kick off like I expected. Now I probably shouldn't have taken the trade, according to our rules, it didn't break out the downside and it was just a really minor level in the end. So I paid for it on the open, but what you'll see is it fought back quite nicely and got a really nice long off. A couple of trades on there, you'll see them live and I'll walk you through them. So you'll see here, I've just put in the initial trade at the top side there to buy at 307 or just above that, 309 actually it was. Now, and I was just watching this level down below and it just got broken then. So that was at 240. I was expecting the market to hold up and I thought I'll sell on the breakdown there and I'll go for my 30 points and away we go. But unfortunately it broke just coming into the final minute or so. So that was the mistake. I actually basically chased it down and readjusted my stop and you'll see that pay, unfortunately. So here you'll see it's coming into the open there and I'm just about to place that sell entry and you'll see there's only 5 seconds to go. There you go, I think I just placed it. Yep, just placed it there. And the market doesn't really play around too much. It goes straight through and bounces straight back. So it was only about a minute, I think it was a minute or two later. There you go, just entered short. And it didn't get that far really. I think I went a few points and that was it, that was all over. So it pops up I think just in a moment and I'm all stopped out unfortunately. So that's the name of the game. That's what happens and you just have to fight back from that. Okay, you can see here, I'm just starting to play around the short side. I'm not so worried about the 5-minute trading day strategy. It's more of just playing around. I feel that it's starting to set up for me. I'm just drawing up my lines there, my levels. Now that for me is a little entry. You've got a minor double top up there. You can see those 2 green candles rejection and that's on the back of say a more of a major triple top there. Now I'm not looking for a big goal, okay? I'm not looking to hit it out of the park and go for 100 points. I'm just looking for scalps. I feel like if, yeah, there you go, just gone short. I feel like if it goes down to those lows and pauses, I'll jump out. I'll take some off, take some more off, and then close it out. But if it's going to blast through there, so be it. Then I'll try to get a bigger, try to hold it for a bit longer. So you can see, I think here I just take off 10 in a little moment actually, and then I'm left with another 10 or so. So I think I just took off 10 there, and then I'm just looking at that, and I think I'll take off the 10 because it starts to pause in my mind. You've got that early session playing around, bit of mucking around. You don't know exactly what's going to happen, and there you go, just taking a second 10 off there. So all square. Okay, so that was the first trade. That wasn't a big one, but at least it fights back a bit from that little loss. Okay, so here I'm just marking up a few levels on the 5-minute chart. So I'm normally trading off the 1-minute chart. Now, you can see that top level is a bit of resistance there. The market's come off that and it pushed through that lower blue level there. But the problem is it closed just above there on the futures market. So anything sort of that pushed below that level was more of the CFD market. It was sort of going off Asian markets, the Nikkei and that before the actual physical Hang Seng open. So what I'm thinking is that if it's hold below there, consolidates a bit, there could be an opportunity to push back up into that level. So you can see it's just around 23,350. Okay, so that's my thought process. I'm looking at it at the moment. It doesn't really look like that's going to happen, but the 5-minute does. You can see that you've got a couple of green candles, red, then green, then red. And if it starts to push up, exactly like I've drawn out there, I'm going to look for an opportunity to get long. All right, so that's the thought process on the 5-minute. And I really just have to watch that 1-minute chart for my setups. Okay, we're getting closer now. You can see that the market's actually pushed up above that level and it's starting to do what I feel it's going to do. Okay, so really what I'm looking back, you can see that markets are pushed above. I've marked it in yellow there, a little horizontal line at 315. And it's just kicking above there. So I am putting in my buy stop in there, which I already have at 23,315. So I bought, and I've got a 40-point stop loss on that. And I'm looking for, I've just got it set as 100 points for now. But what I really want to do is take advantage. If it starts to break up through those previous 2 candle highs, okay, after making a low, then I want to be action. And I don't really want to see it flush below that yellow, that second level, just on the bottom there, and that, somewhere just above 250, below 275. So you can see now, it's starting to lift up. Now, it's early stages in the trade, and they can get a bit tougher than what you'd expect. So I can try to force you out in the market. So if you actually get long in there, it could easily try to squeeze you out. But if you get the confidence in your price action, you get the confidence in your read, then you know what you're looking for. Okay, it looks pretty good to me. So I decided to buy 20 there. It's a 301, and just prior to the actually other one triggering at 315. But I'm pretty happy. I want to be in. I want to see how it goes. I feel that you've had a couple of rejections there off those lows. We're starting to expand higher. The market's starting to tick off, and we're just expecting the market to to start to play and really start to squeeze to the upside. There you go. The second lot has just traded there, and we will see sooner or later. It'll take a few minutes, but it starts to really kick on. Okay, it's only a few minutes later here, actually 1 or 2 minutes later, and you can see the market started to push higher. It hasn't got a full head of steam just yet. But what I was actually thinking there is whether I should be taking that 20 off or what I should be doing, because I've long quite a bit here, or I should take a bit of a partial. And I think just as I was about to submit that and lock it in, I was watching it, and then bang, up she goes. So you'll see that in just a moment. It really started to take off. There you go. So I close it down there. There you go. And we've got a partial target, which I didn't mention before on the second lot at 55, which just gets triggered there. So that's all gone. So it's half gone there. What I'm looking to do is just to see if it starts to slow down, I want to take some more off. And if it starts to slow down again, I want to take some more off. I want to see if I can get that target at 415, but I'm not going to wait around by letting that whole second half run. So there you go, another 10 off there as it starts to play around a bit. And I'm happy to sit and watch this one, maybe take some more off a bit later, but so far so good. We're not far off the target. I don't think it actually gets there. I think I decided to take another 5 off here somewhere and then eventually close it all down for a nice handy profit. But you can see that getting on the right side of the market and a good read is the most important thing. Which way is the market going, which way it's starting to push, who's holding what, higher lows, lower highs, or whatever, and trying to read that price action for when the market starts to expand, either up or down, and you want to take advantage of that. Okay, you'll see here, I think I closed off the last 5. So I was trying to let it go, but lately you pay. If you try to leave it for those bigger gains, with the nervousness around the market has been reverting on you quite a bit, and you can give up a lot of profits. So happy to close that one, call it a day. So there you go, trades for the day. You can see the loss of 600 and then made it back quite nicely. So pretty happy with all that, happy with the read, and happy to call it a day. Okay, I thought just to finish up, I'll pop in what happened after. And in hindsight, it turned out to be a really good idea to close it all down. As I was saying before, you don't trust the markets at this time. You don't expect to hit home runs. The market just to take off 200-300 points and give you that big win you're after. You've got to judge the market the way it is. And at the moment, it's not kicking on that much. It's a lot choppier than what you could expect. So that was it. That was a trade. Hope you enjoyed that. Any questions, shoot us an email. Otherwise, we'll speak to you again next time.